We left a lot earlier than we had been leaving today, so we started off a bit bleary-eyed. Thankfully, that wore off reasonably quickly, and we were able to see the beautiful views that greeted us not 5 minutes into the walk. These views kept up the good work all day, even improving as the day went on. We decided to split our day 3 into 2 videos, as most people didn't combine these stages, and it was a beast of a day. A gorgeous one, but a beast all the same.
Good morning. It is day 3 of our coast-to-coast walk in England. We are walking today from Borrowdale to Patterdale with a midday stop in Grasmere. Today is going to be what we believe is going to be our hardest day. So we left at 7 because we have 2 big climbs today. And the town of Grasmere, which we'll be at in midday, is supposed to be really pretty, so we want some time to wander around there. So that is our plan for today. Big climb over to Grasmere, which I think is going to be about 8 miles. Then good rest, good meal, look around Grasmere. Then another big climb this afternoon, that is probably another 8 miles. And then we'll get to Patterdale. And we still haven't had any rain in the Lake District. That'll be a huge win because these climbs over the fells aren't that hard, but I can see how they'd be a lot harder if things were wet. The trail this morning out of Rothswaite is rocky. It's not trivial to find the trails through here. That part wasn't bad, but then you get through here and it's just kind of rocky mass, and you just try to find where you're trying to end up on the other side and find a way to get over there. We've gone 2 miles. We've started uphill a little. You can see down there in the valley. We've been on the trail close to an hour. It's almost 8 o'clock. We've gone a little over 2 miles. It's kind of slow going because of how rocky it is. They're not going to hurt you. The guidebook that we followed for this trip recommended an 8-mile walk to Grasmere for day 3. We thought that looked too short, and so we planned to walk the 16.5 miles to Patterdale. We were almost the only people we met who made this choice, and to be honest, it was the wrong one. They were slow miles, so we felt like we had to kind of rush all day. The scenery was stunning, and Grasmere was a great town. But we didn't have enough time to really savor any of it because we felt pressure to get to Patterdale in time to get some dinner. If we had it to do over again, we'd stop the night in Grasmere, so we've made our videos to reflect that, dividing day 3 into 2 parts. Don't get me wrong, this was my favorite day of the walk. I just think I would have loved it even more as 2 days, and we would have been less exhausted on subsequent days. I'll bet the water flow is usually a lot higher than this, but it's been dry here for the last month. which has been in our favor, but there's a lot less water flow than there probably normally would be. We've come from down there. We're going up there. I don't know if this is actually the summit or if it's a false summit. Oh gosh, I see somebody. You see somebody way at the top of that far peak? Hope that's not where we're going. Although I'm not rolling it out. All right. On we go. False summit. We find this. Clearly we're going all the way up there. But it looks like, yeah, we're going up there. Wow. Oh, got some friends up here. Never get tired of walking around the bend and finding some sheep. So today we left a couple hours earlier than we've been leaving. And the result of that is that the sheep are a lot closer to the trail. So we're at the top of that. Yeah, a lot of sheep up here. The ground up here is super boggy, so they've built a sidewalk. It's gotta be some sort of marvel getting all these stones up here. Cairns are useful up here because it can be a little hard when you're on the real rocky sections to figure out where the trail is. Looks like we're starting our journey down. We maxed out at what, 2,012 feet. So this is taller than what we climbed yesterday. And now we're gonna spend the rest of this morning's walk walking down to Grasmere. Yeah. You just hear the sheep all over out here. Their sound echoes through the mountains. We just startled that guy. He's right behind this rock. He also likes the trail. I wish it was that easy for us. We're off the coast-to-coast path, but we see the path we're on, so we're making our way back. Either this is actually the coast to coast and our app is just a little bit off, or we've briefly gotten off it and we're almost back on, but we've not seen another path. So We're thinking that this may actually still just be it. And it's starting to peep through a little. We just did 5 miles for the day. We're at about 1,400 feet elevation. So we've probably gone down to close to a third of what we need to. The trail has been a little bit confusing this morning, but just to look out, make sure you're well set with a navigation app and that you've looked at it beforehand. Hey guys. Looks like once we get down this rocky section, it's going to be a little flatter for a little while. It looks like she's almost wearing a collar of a fern. I think she's just up against it, but they really like those ferns. Mom, keep me safe. Black lamb is hilarious. He just bounded down the hill, fell all over, wiggled in every direction. Yeah.
And then fell.
Yeah.
And then popped back up.
And he's got a little itch now. It's so funny. We've been watching sheep for 3 days because they've been along the entire trail, and you kind of get to see their different personalities. You know, some of them you walk by and they just kind of take a couple of steps and don't pay any attention, and some of them run off, and then even when they're out there playing, like there'll be one out in the valley just calling for their mom.
Some yell.
Yeah. And then there are others that just run around like crazy. Yeah. We are about a mile from Grasmere. We've gone about 7.2. So, as usual, it's a little further than we thought. That's fine. We're about to enter downtown Grasmere. Yeah. Really amazing town. We're eating in Harley's Bistro Cafe, which is this old church that is obviously uncommissioned, or no longer a commissioned church. Great town. That's what Molly gets after an 8-mile hiking morning over a mountain. This is what I get.
My other drink as well.
Yes. You're right. So we're in this cafe that is an old church. And all the booths are church pew-like. So it's very cool. This is our food at Harley's Cafe in Grasmere. We are very much looking forward to eating.
This was really a wonderful day. The main morning climb was reasonably technical, but it was all worth it to hang around in Grasmere for a bit. Grasmere reminded us a lot of the national park towns we have in the US, which was definitely a good thing. We got to be up close and personal with some sheep, which is always a sign of a great day. You'd think that after several days of hiking with sheep, we'd get a little bored of them, but they're actually becoming even more exciting as we get to know them. We can't wait to show you what the second half of Day 3 held in our adventure. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe.